Some stories never fade away. No matter how much people try to push them down, they always rise back up, like smoke from a fire that refuses to die out. That's exactly what happened with Mya, the R&B singer who once ruled the charts with her sweet voice and unforgettable 2000s hits. Her career should have soared higher, yet today she's remembered less for her music and more for whispers tied to Jay-Z and Beyoncé. And if even a part of what people have been saying for years is true, it's no wonder her career lost momentum. To understand this, we need to rewind to the early 2000s. Mya was on top of her game. She had the looks, the voice, the moves, and a catalog of songs that stayed stuck in people's heads. She was winning awards, racking up Grammy nominations, and working with some of the biggest artists in the business. One of those collaborations was with Jay-Z on the remix of Best of Me Part 2. That song wasn't just a hit, it was electric. The chemistry between Mya and Jay-Z was undeniable. You didn't need to study body language to notice the tension. The way they looked at each other, the energy in their voices, it gave fans more than just music. It gave them a story. Now, let's remember the timeline. Around that period, Jay-Z was already involved with Beyoncé. Their relationship wasn't completely public yet, but the connection was known in the industry. And Jay-Z at the time had a reputation. He wasn't exactly known for being faithful, and rumors about his wandering eye weren't new. So when Mya and Jay-Z delivered that fiery collaboration, people started whispering, could there have been more happening behind the scenes? Was Mya caught in something bigger than just music? Neither Mya nor Jay-Z ever confirmed anything. Both stayed quiet, letting the music speak for itself. But silence can be dangerous. Silence leaves space for rumors to grow. And Beyoncé, who was carefully building her image as both a superstar and Jay-Z's partner, seemed to take notice. Years later, Beyoncé performed her song Resentment live. The original track was already about betrayal and heartbreak, but during one particular performance, she changed the lyrics slightly, making them even more personal. She sang about being cheated on, about another woman she despised, about feeling disrespected. The audience gasped, the cameras caught her pain, and fans didn't need much to connect the dots. Beyoncé's tears, Jay-Z's reputation, and Mya's past collaboration all lined up like pieces of a puzzle. Suddenly, the whispers had a new fuel. From that moment, Mya became a target. The Beehive, the massive, loyal fan base that protects Beyoncé at all costs, pounced on her. Social media flooded with hate comments, insults, and even threats. To them, Mya was the villain in Beyoncé's love story, the other woman who had hurt their queen. But the damage wasn't just online. The music industry itself seemed to turn cold. Songs disappeared from playlists. Radio stations stopped spinning her tracks. Invitations stopped coming. It was as if someone had quietly flipped a switch, deciding that Mya's time in the spotlight was over. Behind closed doors, the whispers got uglier. People claimed that Beyoncé herself was making calls, using her influence to freeze Mya out of opportunities. Nothing was ever proven. No statements, no receipts. But in an industry where connections and reputation mean everything, even unspoken rumors can destroy a career. Mya kept quiet for a long time. She focused on her craft, tried to ignore the noise, and stayed graceful in public. But eventually, the pressure grew too heavy. Her name was being dragged through gossip blogs and fan forums like she was guilty of some unforgivable sin. Finally, she responded. In a rare moment, Mya addressed the rumors directly. She left a message online denying everything. She made it clear she had never been involved with Jay-Z, never pursued anyone's husband, and never needed to. She reminded people that she paid her own bills, ran her own label, and earned her success without shortcuts. It was both a clapback and a plea for peace. But by then, the damage was already done. The fans didn't stop. The industry gatekeepers didn't return. The silence from former collaborators spoke louder than words. In an industry built on relationships, Mya had lost access. And without access, even the most talented artist can find herself pushed into the shadows. Over time, patterns began to emerge. Mya wasn't the only woman who seemed to lose momentum after being linked, fairly or unfairly, to Jay-Z. There was Blue Cantrell, who had a hit with hit 'em up style but quickly faded. There was Kathy White, whose tragic death was tied by gossip blogs to Jay-Z, sparking endless speculation. There was Rihanna, who in her early days was rumored to have been caught up in Jay-Z's attention, leading to tension with Beyoncé. Then, Rita Ora, who signed to Roc Nation, but allegedly got sidelined once things between her and Jay-Z got a little too close for comfort. Over and over, women who brushed against Jay-Z's orbit seemed to pay a price. Mya's story became a cautionary tale. The whispers only grew louder during Beyoncé's Lemonade era. That album wasn't just music, it was a cultural earthquake. Beyoncé opened up about betrayal, about lies, about Becky with the good hair. That one lyric sent the world into detective mode. Who was Becky? Was she real? Was she a symbol? Names got thrown around: Rita Ora, Rachel Roy, and yes, Mya. Even without proof, the internet didn't need facts. They just needed suspects. Mya once again found herself under attack. Old photos were dug up, her lyrics were dissected, her interviews were reread as if they contained hidden clues. Every move she made was reinterpreted through the lens of scandal. And yet, through it all, she stayed mostly silent, never giving in to the chaos. Then came Rita Ora's infamous lemon bra moment. She posted a selfie in lingerie with lemon designs and a necklace that looked like the letter J. The internet exploded, assuming it was a jab at Beyoncé. Rita denied it, saying the J was really an R and the lemons were just fashion. But by then, the storm had already spread. And once again, Mya's name got dragged back into the conversation, as if she were destined to be tied to this saga forever. Here's the truth. Mya never got a fair chance to defend herself. She never got the benefit of the doubt. Instead, she became the face of what happens when you get too close to power, whether you actually did something or not. Her career didn't completely vanish. She pivoted, starting her own label, creating music independently, touring overseas, and maintaining her loyal fan base. But the shine of mainstream fame was gone. The industry, the media, and the public had moved on, leaving her to rebuild outside the system. And she did, with dignity and resilience. But the question still lingers: what really happened? Was Mya truly punished for something she didn't do? Was she used as a scapegoat to protect the image of music's most powerful couple? Or was it simply the cruel nature of fame, where one rumor can outweigh years of hard work? The saddest part is that we may never know the full truth. No one will ever release statements confirming backroom deals or whispered blacklists. Power in Hollywood doesn't work that way. It's silent, invisible, and absolute. What we do know is this: Mya didn't deserve what she got. She didn't deserve the hate, the career sabotage, or the years of whispers that followed her name. She was talented, hardworking, and independent. And yet, one rumor tied her to Jay-Z, and her career was never the same. Today, people still ask, whatever happened to Mya? But the answer isn't really a mystery. The clues have been there all along. All it took was one spark, one lyric, one look on stage, and the dominoes started falling. Whether Beyoncé actively pulled strings or simply stood by while others did the work, the result was the same. Mya's light was dimmed so another could shine brighter. In the end, Mya's story is more than just gossip. It's a reminder of how fragile success can be, how quickly a career can crumble when it collides with power, and how silence, both hers and the industry's, can sometimes be more dangerous than words. She may not have been crowned a queen like Beyoncé, but Mya's journey proves something even more important: resilience. Despite everything, she kept going. She chose independence over bitterness, integrity over scandal, and that, in itself, makes her unforgettable. Because while the world may have tried to write her out of the story, Mya is still here, still singing, still standing. And maybe that's the real ending the industry never saw coming.